Start.
Hi all. In our previous video, we showcased how we can go ahead and use data service. But in today's video, we're going to tell you how to enable it and how to use it. Now, if you have to use data service, there are certain prerequisites that you need to follow. Okay. To start using the data service, you first need to have an automation cloud account. That's the UiPath automation cloud account. If you see on your screen, this is how the automation cloud account would look like. In case if you don't have one, please go ahead and log into the introduction page and get yourself registered. Now, the second one that you need to look at is UiPath Studio. Okay. The version that is compatible or that works is 2020.8 or higher, enterprise or community edition. On to your right, you would see the version name listed over there. So that is what you need to look at, and it works on community license also. The third thing that you need to look at is your UiPath assistant or the robot should be connected to your cloud account. Okay. And this green dot talks about it being connected to the orchestrator. Now, while this is in place, there are certain service limitations that you need to be aware of. Okay. Maximum data usage allowed, that is 100 MB. Maximum entity count per tenant is 200. Field count per entity 200 is maximum. Calls per minute 500 maximum, and calls per day 10,000 is the maximum limit. Now, these limit are for data service, which is in preview mode. Okay. Now let's look at how to enable data service for your tenant. For that, we need to go into orchestrator, and I have Nisarg with me who will further guide us on how to enable it.
Thank you so much, Sripad. Now, in order to enable data service, if you're using data service for the first time, when you navigate to your platform account, and if you go ahead and click on the data service, you will see the same screen as I'm looking at. Data service is not enabled for your tenant. Data service required the UiPath Automation Cloud for enterprise. If you're an enterprise cloud customer, please contact your administrator to enable it. Now, let's get back to homepage. Now, as you can see, it gave me a message. This message you will see when you're logging into data service for the first time. Now, in order to enable it, all I have to do is go ahead, click on admin. I can see there are multiple tenants. Now for CRG solutions tenants, I don't have data service enabled. So I will simply have to go ahead, click here, say edit service, and just enable the data service field. Now, after enabling data service, you have to click on edit license. There is no specific robot that you need to allocate. So all the things in the robot remain same. Also, if you're using AI Fabric, that also remains same. All you have to do is just check and enable data service, click on save. Now, once it is saved, as you can see, tenant CRG solutions updated successfully. You can see the data service field enabled right here, and the status is enabled. Go back to data service, and now you can see the data service field is getting loaded. So getting everything ready, that means now this service is enabled for your particular tenant. And you can see data service preview mode enabled. You can create your new entity, use it in Studio, and also you can go ahead and manage the roles and responsibilities from the user management option right here. So we are going to go ahead and look at how we can create entity and how we can create new fields and how can we use this in our Studio in the next video. So this is all about how you can go ahead and enable the data service. Thank you so much. Over to you, Shripad.
Thank you so much, Nisarg. That was a wonderful, guide or a walkthrough that you provided. I think this is going to further help the folks on how to enable it. And tomorrow, when we showcase how to create new entity, I think that should take care of the entire task of delivering back to the community on how to use it. I appreciate you spending time. Thank you so much. And guys, stay safe. Cheers.